What's going on, guys? My name is Amy. Welcome to the channel. I'm just on YouTube today to kind of give you a little trading update, but I also want to make an announcement. So I'm going to make the announcement first, and then I'll give you trading update where I'm at with day trading and all that sort of thing. So announcement that I will be doing a live stream on YouTube next Tuesday, which will be the 29th. Let me make sure. Yes. Or sorry, 28th. Is that right? Yeah, 6 days. 28th, Tuesday, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. So right when the market closes, I'll do a live stream. And the reason I'm doing that is I had a lot of people asking me about long-term investing questions. And that's something I've been passionate about since like 2012. And I've talked a little bit about it on this channel. Mostly it's been about trading and, day trading. But long-term investing, I've really gotten into it the last few months, and it's like a big focus. And so I've just gotten lots of questions about it, and how do I start? What's a good broker? How do you know when to buy? What's your risk management? All sorts of things. So I'm going to leave a link down below for a Google form where you can actually go and submit your question to make sure that it gets answered, because I've already got several to answer on that list. So hopefully we can get through everybody. So if you want to join that live call, it's just about investing. It's not really going to be about trading at all. Just long-term investing. If you're a total newbie, it's probably going to help. If you kind of sort of like, know a little bit, maybe you'll get some insights, some ideas about investing for the long term and building wealth. I mean, I'm no expert. I'm not trying to come across as some financial expert by any means. I've just spent many hours studying, reading, learning, about it. Like I said, since about 2012 was when I kind of got into that. So anyways, link down below, and the call will be live Tuesday, the 28th, 28th of next week. And you can join live here on YouTube. So anyways, a trading update. I've been away from YouTube for a while, very intentionally, because no offense to you guys, but what I noticed was that it was starting to just really affect me with my trading and the mental stuff, to share about where I was at and what I was doing and where I was going and what I was going through. And I'm sure you can understand that when you have a lot of eyeballs on what you're doing, and there's comments, there's some people are supportive, which I greatly appreciate, and thank you guys to if you were commenting when I was gone for a while. Appreciate that. But there's a lot of like people's voices in your head in the comment section. And I kind of got to the point where I was like, okay, I think I need to take a step back. I need to just focus. I need to just not listen to anybody. I was like, even some people are very well intentioned, but that doesn't mean that I need to trade like them, right? I don't need input and advice and all that sort of thing. I just need to follow my own intuition, my own gut. And the last, maybe like a month ago, I was already kind of listening to a specific guy on YouTube, and it's not Ross Cameron. And I've actually, just to kind of put it into context, I've completely stopped listening to Ross Cameron. I don't follow him anymore. No shade, no, nothing against him. I've just found a better mentor and a better person to follow, who's actually has no intentions of selling me anything, which I find very refreshing. And he just really makes a lot of money from trading. And it's like, okay, this guy's walking the walk, and he's like, I'm not a guru, I'm not selling courses, I'm not selling mentorships. So if you're interested in who I'm talking about, go on YouTube, look up Trades by Sci, SCI, and he has an actual playlist. If you go to the top of his channel, there's like a section now called courses. Click that, and you've got like 12 really in-depth videos. I think he's actually up to 13 or 14 now. He just hasn't updated the playlist. But I mean, the strategy seems so simple. And I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's so simplified, and it's so much more aligned with where I want to go with trading. And I liked the idea that maybe I could hold trades like overnight, and maybe swing trades would net me more profit. And I'm not going to go into numbers or specifics or anything, but things have really started to turn around for me in the last 3 weeks. And I'll say, in addition to finding Sai on YouTube, really kind of what opened my eyes to just listening to him beyond the psychology and motivation that he gives, but to actually listen to what he's doing strategy wise, was just being around my mentor. I had the opportunity to go to Chicago and be around my success mentor, who is Kevin Trudeau, and to be around him for 24 hours and just watch somebody that's really, really successful and be able to ask questions and learn from him. And he said some things about trading, and I was like, huh, and I kind of went home and I digested that, and I was like, why am I overlooking this very simplified way of doing things that's right in front of me, and I'm still trying to learn some other strategy that, I've been following Ross for like all these months, and it still feels very, very, very challenging. And I'm like, and it stresses me the heck out. So that was one of the things that came to surface, was like, why am I putting myself through this? Why am I sitting down to trade, being in stress, fight or flight response kicking in every time? Like, it was just really like a light bulb moment when I went to Chicago, or after I came back, kind of like, yeah, why am I doing things the hard way, And so when I started to listen to Sai and I started to kind of try to apply what he was teaching, I ended up seeing profits that I hadn't seen in like so long, I couldn't even remember. Like, I've been trading so small lately with Ross's strategy, but I felt so much more confident trading the way Sai trades that I was able to put on bigger positions without like fear, because the way Ross trades is so like, in that second, anything could happen, right? But if you're in the trade and you're like, I'm okay holding this for a few hours, I'm okay holding this overnight, a couple of days, I'm in it to win it, then your whole mentality changes, right? So anyways, that's kind of an update on what's been going on. I'm seeing really great results, and I'm just like scratching the scratch of the surface here, learning from Trades by Sai, because like I'm still like, I kind of get what he's saying, but I'm like questioning, like, okay, entries, exits, things like that. I'm still learning to read the chart the way he does. But what's really interesting, because I've had some people ask me in like my trading tribe and whatnot, they'll say, well, what if I'm trading Forex? Or actually, it's kind of what Sai often trades. They'll say, what if I'm trading futures, stocks, crypto? What's cool is that I've looked at all sorts of different, ways of trading, and it seems like the way he, shares how to trade, or the way he trades, it applies across all different methodologies. Like, it doesn't matter what you're trading, you can still look at the chart and get the same idea. So no affiliation, I have no partnership or anything. He literally just gives value for free, which is another refreshing thing. It's just like, well, that's nice, because everybody and their mom on YouTube is like, buy my course, buy my mentorship, buy my signals, and he doesn't sell any of that stuff. So if that, if you were like me and you're just like, I'm kind of like not really making progress, maybe I need to look at something else. That's kind of where I was and why I decided to switch mentors. And like I said, nothing against Ross. Like, some people have success trading like that. I was tired of feeling so stressed out about it. And I'm like, man, it got to a point where it was like, I'm not even having fun anymore. This isn't fun, right? To have to like psych yourself up, and you feel like every time you're in a trade, panic sets in, your heart's racing, and I don't mean in a good way. It's like, this isn't really fun to go through over and over and over again. And what was interesting was I watched some video like months back, and this guy that was really, really a good trader, but he was a prop firm trader. He was like, there's a reason why these prop firm guys that work full-time at a prop firm desk, why they don't trade their whole life, right? You're not going to see like a 70-year-old dude at the prop firm still, or even like a guy in his late 50s, because it's so stressful. There's so much like decision making. It ages you, and that really got me thinking. I was like, I don't want to trade like this. Like, I want this to be fun. I want to, set my alerts, place my trades, set my take profits, know where my stop is. Like, I want to like have all that sort of in a plan. And then like, if I can do it on my phone, great. And then walk away, and that was just kind of like Sai's methodologies just fit right into that. So I'm just glad I found him. And again, no affiliation. Feel free to check him out if you want to. But yeah, I just want to give you guys a little bit of an update because, you know, y'all were asking, like, where's she at? You know, are you still trading? Yes, I'm still trading. But what's funny too is like, I'm looking at my chart over here. Okay, so kind of after I started following just Sai, you know, I've literally taken like 3 trades in 4 weeks. I haven't even taken a trade this week yet because I'm just not like feeling the market setups. I'm like, nope. Maybe Monday. Monday actually was a good day, but he kind of warns against jumping in on Mondays. So, but yeah, I've only taken 1 trade in October. The other 2 were in September following his methods. So what's great is it just feels like more in alignment with what I was looking for with trading. So y'all watching this market over here. This is VGT, the ETF that tracks the like all the NASDAQ stocks. Yeah, it's not turning around yet. So one of the things I was looking for actually was just, you know, was this going to turn around at some point today? I don't know. I keep like investing like at different support levels, and I'm like, nah, you know, we're in it for the long haul. So anyways, guys, if you want to do the call on Tuesday, you want to learn about long-term investing, you know, I'm not here to sell a course. I'm not here to, you know, tell you to buy anything. It's literally just going to be me answering questions about investing. So, hey, if you're like straight beginner, like I don't even know how to open an account, like that's fine. Click the link below, submit your question. You know, I'll try to answer it best as I can. I've had experience with BrokerWise. I've had experience with Fidelity, Schwab, Robinhood, TradeStation I use for my trading, so I don't really count that one. But as far as the long-term investing, those are the ones I know. I've heard Vanguard is good. I just haven't used them. But yeah, if you got questions, you know, even like I want to get into possibly making content on this channel about like how to like trim the fat with the money in your life, like wasting money, and put that into investing. Because that's really been sort of a passion project of mine in the last like year and some, was, you know, allocating money differently in my life. And I'm seeing like a big change where the stuff I used to care about and waste money on, I'm like, I'm just gonna put that in my Robinhood account and buy some stock. You know, it's funny, it changes your mentality. And the other thing I've gotten really into is setting up daily buys. Like Robinhood makes it stupid easy, and I'm not like saying use them, but I'm just saying that's who I use. They make it really, really easy to just go in there and be like, $5 a day Apple, $5 a day VGT, $5 a day VOO, $5 a day Tesla, like whatever you want, you know, and actually you could buy $1 a day if you want to. And you can do the same with crypto. So they have a bunch of crypto on there. So anyways, come join the call. You know, if you know what you're doing with investing, it might be a little too beginner for you, which I totally get. But if, you know, just want to be entertained, here's some questions. I'll answer what I can based on my own experience, based on my own trial and error. And if you want your question specifically answered in case I miss, sometimes the comment stream just gets like crazy on lives and I can't see everybody's comment. Just goes too fast. So check out the link below. It's a Google form. It's just going to ask you to put in your question. That way it gets answered and I can see all the questions when I do the live next Tuesday, the 28th at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. All right, guys, take care. I'll see you then.